Hello, this is after the recording of the actual footage. Uh, Turns out live recording, live voice is not as good as just doing this instead. So that's what I'm doing instead. Uh, so what we're just going to talk about the T-34 in general. As you can see, I'm just destroying some tanks in the background in the training mode. So T-34. A very famous tank in the in Russia. It was a very good all-round tank, very fast, very maneuverable, had a very good gun, especially on the T-34-85, which is what I'm talking about now. It's what you're seeing now with the very long gun. The difference you can see with the T-34 and the T-34-85 is that it has the same hull, but the turrets look very different, and also the gun is very much longer, very long, and is also bigger in general. The T-34-85 supported a 5-man crew, a loader, a commander, a machine gunner, a driver, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, and a gunner. Yeah. Gunner, loader, commander, machine gunner, driver. Yes. So continuing on, tanks of World War II, they weren't all very good. What the Germans used to use for Blitzkrieg, they used Panzer I's, Panzer II's, and then later on Panzer IV's, which had a 75mm short barrel, which then got enhanced with the Panzer IV F4 or F2, something like that, with the long barrel 75, which was one of the things that can easily take out one of the bigger tanks that they would face in the time period, such as most British tanks that were deployed when into France, sorta before France got destroyed. And then they would also face Russia with their normal standard T-34s, which only had 74mm guns, which were short-barreled, which weren't as long as the long barrels 75s that Germans had, which was very important when it came to penetration, because it could spell out doom when you tried to penetrate. When you end up when you're the long length of the barrel is very important, because it increases the muzzle velocity and overall penetration of your gun. So that's what the T-34-85 fixed. It made the gun very much longer to increase the time it is inside the barrel, getting accelerated by the expanding gases when it is shot out of the barrel, and also makes the shell travel faster when it's going through the air. So less travel time equals less aiming needed. So the muzzle velocity also helped with the ballistics, which helped it not fall down as quickly as it usually would. So we're getting near the 5-minute mark. We're at 3 minutes, so I'm gonna hurry it up here. Again, British tanks. Let's go into that. I would like to talk about the Churchill. Churchill is like basically two tracks on the side, like a slightly smaller hull, so the tracks are actually longer than the actual hull. So there's a hull sitting in the middle, and the tracks are very much longer. You typically had like a 3-pounder gun, which was okay, okay when it came to destroying stuff, but it would lack in penetration at longer range. And 3-pounder stands for the weight of the shell. I forgot the actual size of the gun, which in millimeters, but that's what the British refer to it as. So that's what I'm going to call it. It was a heavy tank. It was fairly nice when it came to that kind of stuff, to blocking shells and doing all the things. But I'm picking the T-34-85 because I think it's probably one of the best tanks in the war. So why would I make this my favorite tank? It would probably be like it's just all around good. It has fast mobility. It's turret traverse, which is very important. It's very fast. well, it's okay enough for me. Its penetration on its gun is very good, and its gun's damage capacity is also very good. So that's why I generally choose it over all the other tanks that I have in my arsenal in this game. This game's War Thunder, by the way. If you want to install it, it is. Just look it up on their website or Steam or all the things, Xbox, PS4, whatever you have. It's not very good on Xbox. Would not recommend on Xbox though. It's sort of buggy right now. I think they just did a straight port over, so it's not the best it could be. Well, we have passed the 5-minute mark, past like 30 seconds. So I'm gonna end up the video now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm not very good at these commentary things yet, and that's because again, this is actually the 4th video on my YouTube channel. I'm glad it's getting put to good use though in my history project. So thank you for watching.